Hello, Veronica.
Hello, Veronica. Hello from Veronica. Hello from Eric.
Whatever.
All right.
Oh.
Oh.
Take 2.
Okay. Hey, VC. How we doing there? All right. So.
Take 3.
Take 38. All right. So. Okay.
Hello.
Hey, here we go, man.
He keeps trying to mess with me.
What's up, VC? How we doing there?
Hola.
Let's get right into it. So, Eric, Veronica, hola. So we're here to do a 5 fresh finds hangout, and while we're at it, since this is actually a 5 fresh finds, because some people are just like, show me what you just bought. I don't give a shit about contests or charities. Well, this is a 5 fresh finds, but it also ties into a contest charity. We'll tap into if you actually want to stick around to the end. But to get down to the nitty gritty, the routine of it all, my beer is Holy City Brewery. I didn't realize that Charleston, South Carolina, apparently is the holiest of cities. I just thought it was just a hipster hangout where college kids got drunk with hippies and what have you. Pluff Mud Porter. It's all right. It's a kind of a summertime dark beer. That's staying in the can, so you're not even going to see it. And there's a overly elaborate rundown on the back that I'm not going to read, because not only is it overly monochromatic, but it's one of those things that's written so far when you read it, you're like, okay. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Next line. Uh-huh. All right. And Veronica's tum-tum's a little upset.
Yes. So I'm drinking. Go ahead and tell the people. Tell the people.
Blenheim's ginger ale, which apparently
we just discovered it's from South Carolina.
Didn't even know that. So we're supporting a local business during a pandemic.
Yep.
Cheers to you. Cheers to you, VC. So you're probably also
delicious, by the way.
You're also probably hear some real weirdness, awkwardness in the background. So this 5 fresh finds actually is 5. Sometimes I go a little, all right, and especially with contests, sometimes I go, let's get way deep into it. This one's a little bit more stripped down. I'm keeping it simple, stupid, because my friend Elliot Crews, he has a good thing going here. I don't even know if there's a potential prize outside of that. He's giving money to a charity, and I'm pro giving money to charity and supporting that. So I'm getting after it, right?
Great.
So the first find of the eclectic weirdness, what is this weird box that's shaped like no other box? It's not a DVD or a Blu-ray case. It's nothing like a video game. This is digital download code. This is a double cassette. And of course, you're not going to see the other cassette because it's playing in the background. But these are all in the line of keeping it simple, stupid. All this music is kind of stripped down or simplistic or more so than the artist's other works or whatever. This is a Bandcamp double long play cassette, and it's all covers of no-name artists or independent artists doing covers of known songs, and I like how each one breaks down. So it's like the first one is Sing's Cruel Summer, originally by Bananarama, but they're all like punk rock or like grungy or
like techno,
or they'll take like a country song and make it techno electronic, or they'll take like a techno electronic song and make it country.
Like they try to do the opposite of what they're.
And then oddly enough, the way they did this from like, there's almost like a wave and a flow the way they actually planned out the way one song goes into each other. So I bought this to eventually give as a gift, but that guy's being a little wonky right now, and so I'm just enjoying this until I deem it's time to let it go.
Honestly, based on the artwork, as you can see, I feel like it's a missed opportunity to have had a pencil included within that case.
A pencil? Because you're gonna draw the dog.
You don't know what the pencil and cassettes have in it.
Oh,
then
okay.
You are not old enough.
Well, I'm older than you, but these cassettes are new enough, and I guess made well enough that you don't have to worry about. And then I always never did the pencil. I always just did the pinky.
Your finger actually fits?
Pinky, my finger fucking fits in there. Yeah. This lady harasses me. She chose me, and she gives me a hard time. Like, oh, does Sasquatch know you took his shoes? And
whatever.
You midget. But you gotta give something away there. But all right. Into the next thing of 5 fresh finds, all right? Also, keeping it simple, stupid. This is a Pearl Jam. This is a 1995. They had what was called the fan club singles or the holiday singles. I wasn't too well versed in these. I certainly didn't get them at the time. But they sent these out for like a 10, 11-year run, minus 1 year, whatever that was, if someone knows better than I. But these are kind of interesting. This one right here. And I don't think they had proper names other than by the year and what the singles were. So this first one's called, track 1 is called History Never Repeats. So a lot of people either call that or the 95 fan club double single or holiday single. And yes, it is a double single because as you can see, oddly enough, this is a 45. Love the van. That is I assume a 68, 69. E100. My dad used to customize those. So sidetrack, I do that. But oddly enough, it is a double 45. And not only that.
The very first I got to flip.
Yeah, and so not only that, but a top loader, not a side loader. And it's interesting because all 4 sides have art that ties into the cover of these dolls. And hopefully I'm pulling the right ones. I'm probably showing you the same ones twice. But so be it. Whatever, the world won't end. But this is kind of fascinating, and this was her first time flipping it because she'd never seen the kind of jukebox big hole 45s before.
No.
So she'd never used an adapter, and she's like, oh, that's weird. But the label art ties into this gatefold art. On the cover here is stacked. Is it just me with this red and the way they're kind of all arched? Is this kind of a Sgt. Pepper's Beatle-esque homage cover? Or is that just me? Comment, if you will. But Joe Namath and some... Go Jets, Vinyl Richie, right? But some randomness of Pink Panther and Frankenstein and Ace Frehley of Kiss and what have you. But this is pretty intriguing. History Never Repeats. This is, I guess, if we're talking about things being stripped down, these are 4 live performances from 4 different live shows. And they're covers and unique things that you're not going to find on other albums. And I'll get to the one thing that's really stripped down. But the first song for History Never Repeats, if I pull it out of here, History Never Repeats, is a cover of Split Ends off this album, Why Outta. Why I Outta? Like how they kind of made it one word, Why I Outta. But yeah, Split Ends, Australian 80s kind of electronic-y synth pop, whatever. Nonsense weirdo-ness, right? So the real stripped down simplistic thing would be the second track, which is Sonic Reducer. And what I love about this is that this is right here from a 4th of July New Orleans, 106 degrees, 2.5 hour show, the very last song of the show with Joey Ramone. That's my favorite. Joey splits vocals on this with Eddie Vedder. It's pretty dope. And if you guys don't know Sonic Reducer, it is a cover by the Dead Boys. If you don't know about the Dead Boys, the Ramones are famous for quoting saying that if there was no Dead Boys, there would be no Sex Pistols. So, kind of the origins of punk as we now know it. I want to say it's like proto-punk because this is punk. But anyways,
Is that a butt?
Is that a butt?
Oh, I think I saw a butt.
Oh yeah. There's a lady butt in the middle. Man, you picked that out quick.
Hey,
I don't
I'm good
think
at spotting
you've
butts.
never seen this album before in your life. She spotted out a butt real quick. My lady's on the ball. But so, anyways, this is Dead Boys. That's what the cover is, and that's the simplistic, stripped down stuff. Other than that, Swallow My Pride, featuring Stone, Jeff, Little Stevie Turner, Magnificent Mark, McLaughlin, Chuck Terrence, live in Las Vegas, and My Way. Oddly enough, is a cover of Frank Sinatra, My Way, which is already kind of like simplistic, crooner music, and it's a cover he did with Terry Presley, Elvis Presley's cousin. All right,
Well.
so clearly famous for being linked to someone who's famous. All right, so the next thing here to keep things rolling here, man, I am not slick with this.
And we're back.
They didn't even know.
Oh.
I could edit that out there, but
That's fine.
we are indeed back. So the next thing, which is a genuine fresh find. So this is an album I own anyways, and then she had a good chuckle because we were shopping today. That's how fresh of a find this is. Just blowing the froth off of it, right? So the freshest of finds. The vocals on this are so terrible that they're infectious. Owner of a lonely heart.
Does this look like normal size almost when I hold it?
Yes, when you hold it, it looks normal size. Yes, that is accurate.
Yay!
I bought this when we were in Charlotte. Last time we went to Lunchbox in Charlotte.
So still pretty new.
And I just haven't got around to splitting it. I've owned this album. It's something I want to fill in the gap. And it's still sealed, but it's not that impressive. So this is the one I've been had. So this is White Stripes. Their 2000 sophomore album, De Stil, right? De Stil being for the Dutch art style from the turn of the century, 19 teens origin. The style. It's also neoclassicism, the new plastic art. That's neither here nor there, but that's exactly what you see in the background with the overlapping block colors, right? So this is the Vinyl Me Please that we found today. So this is Vinyl Me Please Essentials. I never signed up for any of these group activities. Any of these I own. I found after the fact in the wild, so to speak. But this is great simplistic music. And why it's so revered. I don't know if you can see the kind of like flat overlapping with iridescent and satin and semi-gloss is kind of interesting. I think that's very well done. But yeah, this is pretty cool, and it's beloved because of its kind of blues, punk, alternative, fusion, simplistic. It's a two-piece. A lot of people bash on Meg White for being an inferior drummer, but she rocks with what she does. It's simplistic, but it jams. And amongst the accoutrements here is some a neat book, fold out, yada yada. There's the record itself. This insert is the most amazing thing ever. I guess more along the lines of that De Stil art, but
all I know is that her shoes.
Clunky.
Perfect.
Yeah, for short people. Those are short people shoes. I like you. You notice what you notice, and I like that. It adds to it. Custom center label, alternate pressing. I'm just buying this because I'm a nerd, and I bought an upgrade for a record not only do I already own, but I haven't gotten around to splitting yet.
Literally looked at me and said, like, I'm upgrading. I'm upgrading.
Yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. I'm upgrading.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You're kind of mocking me, but there's people in the battle community that's like, no, I get that. All right. So the next thing in the lines of simplicity, and I guess it fits in with, I guess, so far with some of the punk jams that are in here, and the blues, rock, punk, stripped down music of the White Stripes.
Simple y estúpido.
And the Joey Ramone playing with the yada yada yada. I'm getting sidetracked with things I already showed. This is the Sonics, and this is most certainly a repress, because I want to say Etiquette, the original Etiquettes, the monos I don't even think you could find, and the stereos even go for 500 plus and VG plus. So stupid expensive. So I am all about this. I think it's $98.99. Yes, it says here 1998 repressing on Northern Records. So minus the shrink, who cares? The lightest of little scuffing around the edges, but the wax is crispy. It plays nice. I'm cool with the $20 price tag over the $500 plus of seeking out an original. But debut album. Here are the Sonics. It says it right here. The Witch, Psycho, Strychnine, absolutely hard hitters. I like your favorite line was.
I don't believe in Christmas because I didn't get anything.
Yeah, I don't believe in Santa Claus because I didn't get anything for Christmas this year. Something along that lines. Now I'm sidetracking because I was setting up the ball for you to knock out the park.
And he serenaded me with the Psycho one.
Yeah, that's romance, right? So this is the proto-punk, the very origins of punk, of the Sonics, garage, simplistic. This is rock and roll. I mean, there's so many subsects now of what is rock and roll, and this is rock and roll.
I love the screaming.
Yeah.
The random just screaming.
All right, I guess man, we've done worse in the past. So, for the music portion, the last thing here is, man, this is clean. I can leave this behind. This is Christmas cooking. And this is not simplistic in the sense of, like, it not being layered and impressive jazz, because Jimmy Smith gets to cooking. Very appropriate on this, right? So, it's on Verve. It's just silly clean. Absolutely, really, 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 really nice wax there. But I had to roll with this because this is simplistic in the sense that, man, I don't know about you. I enjoy Christmas music, but if you're listening on the radio, they take hundreds of songs and seem to pull them down into 20, 30 songs, play them on a loop, don't play the alternate versions of this. This is up-tempo. It's hip, it's slick, it's jamming, and it's simplistic in the sense that it's non-vocal. So if you just want to break from the, jingle bell, you can totally have a break from those vocals you hear a billion times over.
I still expect you to wait till December to play it.
Yeah, and we could do that. But honestly, if you could pick some of these tracks here and they're so grooving, you might get a little bit deep into this before you realize you're listening to a Christmas album.
And then you just feel tricked. Yeah,
you didn't feel tricked. But another thing about this, because, you can't have, Christmas without, Christ. I love that the code on this is V/V68666 is the code for this album by happenstance, right? So,
by happenstance, really?
Yeah. So a random little observation. All right. So the last thing, if you stuck it out, you just want to see the fresh finds. Cool. I don't begrudge you if you're gone. But Elliot Crews has a charity that ties into cancer that he's going to give money to. And I'm all about that. If you guys realize, if you were in the VC or have been a viewer of me for a while, or you want to go back or whatever. A little over a year ago, we did a charity contest fundraiser, in which if we raised certain money, I'd give money of my own pocket, kind of like a walkathon, and that if we broke a certain number, we'd double it. And I'd hope to raise $500 as a whole with the vinyl community, several hundred of which being mine. And we almost hit $1,000. So if I win this contest, we're going to break that $1,000. But I'll send a link in the description. And it's Turning Point breast cancer rehabilitation for women who've already gone through operation, have struggled, and whatever. Everyone knows the scourge that is cancer. That's no mystery. So if I win, the link will be in the description, Elliot. And if anyone feels like giving for the holidays, no one's obligated, but the link is in the description. I assume it would still work. If not, the charity is listed and you could find them independently on your own. They're certainly not hiding from anyone who wants to give to those in need have been destroyed by cancer.
If you feel like, money's tight, can't do it right now, you can always end up also doing part of the contest for the video. And then if you win,
for Elliot.
Yeah,
exactly.
Elliot, then
that's a good point.
Money goes to charity.
Yeah, if you want to,
money goes to charity on your behalf.
And last time part of the walkathon thing is I shaved my hair and my beard.
We're gonna do no walking.
Yeah, that's but
so instead.
Well, wait. I think you prefer. Well, now I need to walk because your boy's getting fatter by the day, and also the lady was not happy with a lack of hair and beard. No. So, anyways, we're going to exit on this peculiar REM Everybody Hurts track. Cheers to you. Best to you. We'll see here if this is the time where I sneak in bloopers or whatever. Or maybe I edit this out. I don't know.
We'll see how that
Love you. Rock on.
Adios.
Peace. Take care.
Okay, I'm putting it away. I think this is gonna get edited regardless because Eric just lost it for a second there. What I said is that looking at the artwork of this, please show it again. Please show.
Okay, this is not gonna make it. Yeah, this is gonna get that right now. I promise you that. Okay, so
it's also from South Carolina. We learned today.
We had no idea.
It's really good.
Yeah, but
and so regardless of my giggliness, I'm not drinking alcohol today.
Well, not anymore. You switched to ginger ale.
It was way earlier. We ate and everything. This man is so dramatic.
Cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
Cheers to you.
What? Oh.
She's not drinking. She's not drinking. Here you go. Cheers. Would you like to taste it again? Okay. Okay. I'm not drinking. I'm not drunk. All right. My lady had a drink, so she's.
That was way earlier.
So 3 sheets to the wind. All right. So let's get after this. So Elliot Crews here. He wants. He's doing this thing. Keep it simple, stupid, right?
We heard the stupid part.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah. So we're the stupid part, which is great. So we're bringing the stupid. Trust me on that. But his